G'day, welcome back to Dad vs Son. We're doing Combat Commander Europe Scenario 3, Bonfire of the NKVD. And at the moment it's a bit of a poo fight, and the Russians are getting the worst of it. Okay, but considering they're only militia against line troops, that's understandable. Okay, Russians' turn. They started with one fire card and they ended up with a fire, and a rout. Okay. Now, the only trouble is our machine gun has been, machine gunner militia here has been suppressed. So if I had a move action, I could move the gun over to him and then he could fire. But I don't, so it sucks. So what I'm going to do is I am going to fire, and I am going to sustain fire. No, I can't. You're a dickhead, O'Brien. You can't do that. It's not a machine gun. Or is it? Dun, dun, dun. Let me just have a look again here. It has a machine gun, and oh geez, I don't know. It's going to be close. Jeez. No, I think it does get through, just. So yes, we are going to fire. We're going to use 2 sustained fires on it. So we are shooting for 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, minus 3 is 6 into here. So firing for 6 into there, plus 11 is 17, which is about bloody time we got something worthwhile. So this young fella here now is 8, 9, 10. And does he have anything to help him? No, 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 and no. Okay. So 10 plus 9 is 19. He's fine. So that's the end of the Russian turn. They could not do any more. 3 cards for them. And the Germans, okay, so have recover, artillery request, 2 fires, an advance, and a command confusion. Okay, so they can advance. But we don't know if the Russians have got an ambush. Is it worth a try? And we say yes, it is, because we're big, brave Germans. Okay, so we are going to advance. And they're going to advance into this suppressed militia here, because they can. Okay. They do not have an ambush. Do the Russians? And the answer is no, no, yes. We have won. So we do have a chance. Okay, so what are they going to do? If they get rid of this bloke, then they're still looking pretty good, because all they're doing is losing 1. Anybody else, they lose tons. Okay, so we are defending for 4, a whole 4, and we get 6 is 10. Not real flash, because they start with 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Again, do you see the problem we have? Oh, look at that. And a sniper. And the sniper is a D1, which is here, which does nothing. And our little man is gone. That's our 5th one we've lost. So we are down to 3 victory points now. The Germans are cracking out the Umpar band again. Setting up the Steins. And what else do they want to do? And then they're going to recover this little gentleman here for 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, which is fine. Okay, and that was there. That's that. That's all they can do. So they'll get 2 more cards. Okay, so the Russians have they have a fire, a move, and a rout. A fire, a move, and a rout. So we're going to move. So they're going to go 2 to there. That's their move. They're not going to rout, and they effectively can't fire at anyone either. So that's it for them. 2 cards. Germans, 2 fires, command confusion, artillery request, command confusion, and rout. Okay, so realistically, I think what we're going to do is get rid of these command confusions and routs for the time being. So that's 4 cards for the Germans. And we're back to the Russians, who have a fire, a rout, an advance, and an artillery request. Okay, so an advance and a rout and a fire. Okay, so all we're going to do is we're going to advance, and we're going to advance this gentleman to here, like that. And we are going to rout ourselves. So we're going to try and get this bloke back into this area here. And we get a 7, and he is an 8, so that does nothing. And the event is Walking Wounded. Select 1 eliminated unit, return that unit to in play or adjacent to a random hex. Ooh. So do we want a militia, or do we want to get the sergeant back? I think we'll take the sergeant. Sergeant Maysky. So he's going to be going to C4 somewhere, which is here. So we'll put him in C5. Broken. And he can pick up that militia man. I think that's pretty damn fine. And that's it for them. So 2 cards for the Russians. The Germans started with 2 fires. They've got another fire, an advance, a rout, and another fire. So 4 fires and an advance. Okay. So the first thing they're going to do is they're going to go for a rout. And they'll try and rout this guy first up here. And he's sitting there for 8. And they get 6, it does nothing. And then they're going to try and rout Sergeant Maysky. And he's sitting there for 11. And they get nothing. But the event is interdiction. Suppress 1 unit in a hex with less than 1 cover. And everybody has more than 1 cover except for him. So good old Corporal Gutman is suppressed. Okay, so what else do they want to do? That's the rout. They've got an advance. Okay, so I think they're going to. So they are going to advance, and they are going. Can they advance out of wire? Entanglement. Occupants cannot participate in a multi-hex fire. A moving unit must stop. No. So he is going to advance out of the wire into the building. Okay, and then they have 4 fire cards, and the only thing that can fire is this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so he could fire. So why not? What has he got here? Nothing much. Okay, so he is going to fire. This is their third and final order. So he's firing for 6, and 1 is 7 into here, and that is -3. So he's shooting for 4. Plus 12 is 16. Wow. Okay. So that is time 4 now. 4 VPs for the Russians. Time to shake up the German cards. Okay, so again, we have no sudden deaths. We have no smoke to worry about. The Germans do not have a dig in. There's no troops to come back onto the board. So it just depends on whether the Russians have a dig in and whether they wish to use it. Okay, so Mr. German man is shuffled. And Russians do not have a dig in. So they're shooting into here for 16. This guy first is 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And we have nothing to help. 10 and 5 is 15, so he is hit. And we have 6, 7, 8, 9, and he is hit. That was just bloody cheeky, that was. Okay, and that's bloody well done for them. Oops. Helps if I put him in the Germans rather than the Russians. And the Russians get 3. The Germans get 3. We're back to the Russians, who have 2 fires, an artillery request, and a recover. So they're going to recover. So the first guy is going to be this. So we're looking at 10 for him. And we get 9, so he squeaked in. And then we're looking at 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 for him. And he slid in with ease. And then we're looking at this guy for 8. And he did not. And then we're looking at Sergeant Maskey for 11. And he did. Oops. Okay. So, now. We have 2 fire orders that we can use. That we would be firing for 7 into here plus -3. So we would be firing for 4. Or we would be firing for 5 into here, -3 would be 2. So let's do it. We is going to fire. We're going to activate Corporal Gordov here. So we have 7 into here, -3 is 4. 4 plus 7 is 11, and we have an event which is gain 1 victory for each objective you hold, and we still hold 3. Don't we? No, we hold 2. We only hold 5 and 4 now, so we get 2 victory points, which takes us back up to 6 victory points, and we're shooting in here for a whole 11, and he's sitting there for 7, 8, 9, 10. And lots. And that is all we can do. So, 2 cards for the Russians. And the Germans started with 3 fire cards and picked up a move, a fire, and a move. Okay. So 2 moves, 4 fires. 2 moves, 4 fires. Okay, so I think our first move is going to be we're going to bring Lieutenant Schrader and his mob back into here. So this guy is going to go 2, 4. This one's going to go 2, 4, and he's going to go 2, 4, like that. And then we are going to move, and we're going to move this rifle here, and he's going to go 2, 4, and now he's in command radius, so we can start to bring them around. And then we are going to fire for our last one. And again, we're going to fire from here down into here. So we have 6, 7 into here. Nothing to help us. So it's -3 is 4. +7 is 11, and the event is interdictions. Press 1 unit in a hex with less than 1 cover. And there is nobody with less than 1 cover. Okay, so 11 into here. This guy first is 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 10. And this guy is 9, and 4 is great. And the sniper hits at F10, which is down here and does nothing. Pings off the road. That's all the Germans can do. 3 cards for them. And the Russians started with a artillery request, a fire, and an artillery request. So we are going to fire. And again, we're going to fire from here, 7 up to there, so we're hitting for 4. +7 is 11 again. And the event is entrench. You may place foxholes in a friendly hex. Right. So, where do we want them? And I think where we want them is here. Like that. Sorry. Over here. Okay. Right. So, hitting here for 11, and this guy, like we said before, is 8, 9, 10, +11 is buckets, lots. There we go. Okay. Do they want to do anything else? And the answer is no. So they get 1 card back. Germans have 3 fire cards, 4 fire cards, 5 fire cards, and a command confusion. Jeez. Okay. Let us fire. And the first thing we're going to do is we're going to activate Sergeant Gans here, and we're going to fire down into here. So we are going to, this is 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, so with 7, yep, he's good. So we have 7 plus 1 is 8 into here. There is nothing to help us, so it's 8 minus 3 is 5 into here. So we have 5 plus 7 is 12, and the event is hero. Place a hero in the friendly hex, rally up to 1 broken unit. Okay. So we could put it here, but I don't want to. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually put him up here. And I don't need to rally anyone. So now I have a hero with this LMG. Okay, so we've fired into here for 12, and this guy is 7, 8, 9, 10, 13. He squeaked it in. The next thing we're going to do is we are going to fire. We're going to fire from here down to here. So again, what we have is 7 down to here. Minus 3 is 4. Plus 7, again, is 11. Seems to be our sort of constant. And the event is blaze. Okay, blaze in a random hex. And it goes to M9. Okay. So let's make it look pretty. Ta-da! And we have a blaze in the field there. Right. Okay, so we're firing down into here for 11. So this guy is 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. And he's good. And the leader is 9. And that's time. So we go up to time 5 of 7. Another VP for them. And we shuffle up the Russian cards this time. Okay, let me have a look. There is no sudden death roll. No, no, no. We've given the defender 1 VP. So they've got 7 now. We have to remove 1 smoke. But there are no smoke markers. We only have the 1 fire that's just gone out. Well, has been placed, not gone out. There are no reinforcing units, so dig-ins. The Germans do not have any dig-ins. And neither do the Russians. So, that's it. What else do the Germans want to do? Okay, that's it. They can't do any more. So 2 cards for them. We'll have the Russian turn and then we'll call it quits. So let's see. The Russians have an artillery request, a move, and a fire. Okay, so the first thing they're going to do is they are going to move. And we're going to bring Sergeant Maskey in here with this militia. Like that. Right. And then that's it. So we are done, and we'll come back for the Germans' turn with 2 more times to go till we hit sudden death. Okie doke. Again, hope you're enjoying. I am. It's yeah, very backwards and forwards, but yeah, I'm impressed with how it's going. And I will see you next time. Bye for now.